Hi, this is Grammy from Grammy and Grandpa Read, and today I have a book for you called Lost and Found by Oliver Jeffers. Once there was a boy who found a penguin at his door. It's right there. The boy didn't know where it had come from, but it began to follow him everywhere. The penguin looked sad, and the boy thought it must be lost. So the boy decided to help the penguin find its home. He checked the Lost and Found office, but no one was missing a penguin. He asked some birds if they knew where the penguin came from, but they ignored him. Some birds are like that. The boy asked his duck, but the duck floated away. He didn't know either. That night, the boy couldn't sleep for disappointment. He wanted to help the penguin, but he wasn't sure how. The next morning, he discovered that penguins come from the South Pole, but how do you get there? He ran down to the harbor and asked the big ship to take them to the South Pole, but his voice was too small to be heard over the ship's horn. See, he's right there. It's like super tiny compared to how big the boat is. Together, the boy decided he and the penguin would row to the South Pole. So the boy took his rowboat out and tested it for size and strength and told stories to the penguin to help pass the time. Then they packed everything they would need, and he pushed the rowboat out to sea. They rowed south for many days and many nights. There was lots of time for stories, and the penguin listened to every one, so the boy would always tell another. They floated through good weather and bad. When there were waves, when the waves were big as mountains, until finally they came to the South Pole. The boy was delighted, but the penguin said nothing. Suddenly, it looked sad again as the boy helped it out of the boat. It says, "Welcome to the South Pole." Then the little boy said goodbye and floated away. When he looked back, the penguin was still there, but he looked sadder than ever. It felt strange for the boy to be on his own. There was no point telling stories now because there was no one to listen except for the wind and the waves. Instead, he just thought. And the more he thought, the more he realized that he had made a big mistake. The penguin hadn't been lost, he had just been lonely. Quickly, he turned the boat around and rowed back to the South Pole as fast as he could. But the penguin decided to leave too. So he's in the umbrella, and here's the boy in the boat. At the last, he reached the pole again, but where was the penguin? The boy searched and searched, but he was nowhere to be found. Sadly, the boy set off for home. Closer and closer he got until he could, but then the boy saw something in the water ahead of him. The closer and closer he got until he could see the penguin. They hugged. So the boy and his friend went home together, talking of wonderful things all the way. And then look, there's some big wells in there too. Oh, that's a good story, huh? They realized that they were friends. I love it. I hope that you like this book. Please subscribe to our channel and like the video.